Hi guys, welcome back. This is going to be a short one today. I'm working on another video that has a lot of editing tricks and stuff in it. So it's taking me a little bit longer to get it completely done and right. In the meantime, I didn't want to go 2 days without putting out a video for you. So when I woke up today, Deanna Muller asked a really great question. I thought I would answer it in its own video because it's that good. So she wanted to know, how do you distinguish where to place the shadow colors? She's getting confused between shadow and contour. This is probably one of the most confusing concepts for beginning artists. There is a difference between contour and shadow. Contour, you would have the face. Now, you would use skin tones to contour the face, bring it in, let it out, give it a high cheekbone, give it a narrow or a wide chin, and you would use skin tones to create that illusion that would become a structure on the face. So the person either does or doesn't have a high cheekbone or a protruding chin. Shadow, on the other hand, comes from external light sources, so that if you have the light source coming from the right, it's going to shadow the left side of the face. You can have a light-skinned, high cheekboned, short chin, long-nosed woman, but they could be shadowed on the right or the left. With shadows, you're going to use your grays and your from your grays to your black. Shadow is always gray or black. Somebody once said to me, "Oh, do you shadow using the color that you're using on the page, so you use a darker tone?" No, you don't. If you look at any shadow that exists in the world, there is no shadow out there that takes on the color of. The shadow always takes on a dark gray to dark brown, black appearance, except when you're doing a reflective shadow. A reflective shadow, just like water, would take on the color that it's reflecting, which is a completely different shadow. Reflective shadows you can use with glass, you can use with water, where regular shadows are never looking like that. They never take on the color of the object. Now, the easiest way for you to remember all of this is just go outside and look at a shadow and then imprint that vision in your mind, because you will see that the shadow is darker towards the object and its light disperses going out. So that's one way of shading your shadow. Shadows are sharp depending on the angle of light. Shadows are soft depending on the angle of the light. They're long. If the sun is low, the shadow is long. If the sun is high, the shadow is short. So the best way of really memorizing it is just experience it. Go look. That's something that people rarely look. We see shadows so often that people almost never just look at them for the distinct qualities. The easiest way to create shadow and contour is to handle them completely separately. Do your picture with your light source going from the right or the left. Don't worry about the shadow. Shadows you do later on in the picture. Once the undertones and everything is on there, then you would determine where your shadows were, and you would use that gray or dark color over the skin tones or whatever you're shadowing. A lot of people get really nervous. They do their picture and they love their picture and they leave out the shadow. But they don't realize that once they get over the hump and the scariness of having to go over your picture with a gray or a black pencil, once you get over that fear, your pictures take on a much more three-dimensional, lifelike look, because it is more natural. Everything is shadowed. So I'm going to be doing a whole video on this subject, on how exactly to do it. So if you're new, just don't worry about your shadow. worry about your light direction because that's where you're going to be putting in your highlights and you don't want to darken up your highlights. Don't worry about that cast shadow until the very end. Thank you, Dina, for asking this question and inspiring this video. And I will see you guys tomorrow. I will definitely have the video done by tomorrow. But it might be later in the afternoon because I have a couple of things to do. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Take care.